Previously.
You've got to be kidding me. I just got switcherooed!
On Master Duel Masochist.
The Armor Master! Wait a minute. Technically, if we have Blackwing tuners, which I think is Aurora a tuner? I don't know if we have any Blackwing tuners, but that's going in the extra deck. It has to.
What is a deck? A collection of cards that is an extension of the player? A tool used to win tournaments? A reflection of oneself? What gives a deck meaning? The individual cards? The number of victories? Or what about the will to never give up? Does a deck inherently possess meaning? Or do we as players assign meaning to the deck? Can we create meaning from nothing? What if we created a new Master Duel account, ignored the starter decks, and restricted the account to the minimum amount of master packs possible to create a legal, although not necessarily playable deck of 40 main deck cards and throw ourselves into ranked? If we somehow miraculously defeat an opponent, we can upgrade our deck with one additional master pack. Can we achieve something like this in Master Duel that only a masochist would try? I guess there's only one way to find out. This is Master Duel Masochist.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, last time on Master Duel Masochist, we did not do so hot. This set of Master Packs / Legacy Packs is going to need to be pretty good because we have been getting our ass kicked in Silver. So let's start the episode off by opening our Master Pack, and it looks like we got a UR, so that could potentially be good, although most of them seem to be in the extra deck in some capacity, so that's gonna suck. We're gonna need help. This has been rough. Magistus Invocation. Can't use that. Great. First Monarch Duplicate, by the way. Trickstar Fusion. That is unusable. Well, there's our UR, and I can tell you right now, there is zero possibility for us to use this. Although it would be very funny if this became our win condition in this series. Guardian Trice is unplayable. Witchcrafter Scroll, I'm going to imagine, is unplayable. But let's see. Once per turn, when you spellcast a monster turns a monster by battle, draw a card. You can only use each effect once per turn. Witchcrafter effect, Witchcrafter effect. The only reason I would even consider this is because I have, like, a decent amount of spellcasters in this deck. So, like, maybe there's an argument to play this card just because of that. But I don't think I have enough, unfortunately. Ghost Trick Doll. I don't remember what this one does, necessarily. Not particularly good. Okay, what do we get for our other card? Invocation. Hilarious. Well, on the plus side with this, if we do ever start getting the pieces like Alistair, you know, Mechaba, the other things, we could actually lean into playing a small invoked engine in our deck because that's a very good card. The problem is it's like Exodia at this point where we need several other cards in order for it to be useful, and we're pulling from a list of thousands of cards. So let's see what we get in the Legacy Pack. Maybe the Legacy Pack will be a little bit better than that for us. Only one Legacy Pack, unfortunately, but it is what it is. It should only be one for the most part, so we're kind of making up for that fact. All right, come on. We need something good. You know what? Enraged Battle Axe is not bad. Enraged Battle Axe actually is quite good because I think we may have some other Beast Warriors, or Winged Beasts, and that gives us a reason to play some of them. I think we took out Gladiator Beast Dimikari not too long ago, and that would fall into this category. Man Beast of Ares, unfortunately, sucks. So we're not playing that. Very funny we got like 2 Beast Warriors, though. Enraged Battle Axe is going in, though. Let's put him in. So this is actually quite interesting. I filtered specifically for the Beast Warriors, and Winged Beasts in the collection, and we actually have quite a few. So we have Shura. Shura's a Winged Beast, because it's a Blackwing, obviously. The Nefarious Archfiend, Eater of Nefariousness, even though it synergizes with spellcasters, is also a beast. Gladius randomly is a Winged Beast as well, because it's a Blackwing, but not that this is going to be doing a lot of attacking. But also, Fabled Ganeshia and Manticore also fit this category as well. I really wanted to fit the Dimikari back in, but I don't really think I have the space for it. It's really between something like this or Shadal Hound, but I think Hound is a little bit better because if it's killed by a card effect, it actually sort of has a relevant effect. So I think this is still slightly better for that purpose. And so I think we're going to go with that. But other than that, the deck looks the same, and it's just as bad as ever. So let's see if today is any different than last time. All right, last time we scraped and clawed our way to get to silver 4. Let's see how difficult it is this time. That is not a good start. I'll play it out. I actually have some, like, okay things. Let's run out the Reaver. Show me Labyrinth. I already know that's what's coming. Or not. You know, I wasn't expecting Ancient Warriors. I'll be honest. Probably not too relevant, but not bad. If they go for Double Dragon, that's not bad. We can actually use Yagen to bounce this. This only works with face-ups. I don't want a pillow yet. I might die here. But I think there's a chance they summon a big thing. And then if they do, we can pillow that. And I feel like that's going to give us the best chance to win this. Okay, we're not dead. Now I think we're dead. That thing's 3,000, isn't it? Yep. All right, we're dead. I don't really know if there's any way we were winning that. I'll be honest. Well, they don't have an extra deck, so that's a good sign. Unless it's another self-DK. I guess this is just how we're getting our wins at this point. All right, do they have the 4-card combo to end the game? I love that they have 3 back row, and none of those cards are useful in their win condition. Okay. Well, I guess it's been slightly easier. Okay, one of the finest master packs, please. Please be better than the one we started with. That was miserable. Got a UR. Okay. Gravekeeper's Ambusher. This is Speed Duel special right here. This card's not bad. 1,700. Probably play that. Second Expedition into Danger. We need danger cards for that. Pretty certain. Yeah. Didn't mean to pick this. Solitary Sword of Poison. Equip only to a monster you control. If the equipped monster battles an opponent's monster, the equipped monster original attack and defense is doubled during damage calc only. If you control a monster other than the equipped monster, send this card to the graveyard. You know, I will probably play this. The fact that I get to double the attack of one of my monsters if it's the only monster I have. Typically, I'm just summoning one monster, but that puts an 1800 up to 36, which can kill stuff like Dark Magician, Blue Eyes White Dragon. I think that's probably worth it. And it's reciprocal, too. Okay, that's pretty cool. Kaloot! We got Kaloot! Do we play Kaloot? I have one Blackwing monster in my deck. Technically, I have two, but Gladius is not going into attack mode most of the time. It does put Shure up to 3,200, but a card like Solitary Sword of Poison does it better because I don't need a specific one of. I really want to play... it's bad. It's bad, but man, do I want to do it. I'll think about it. Pyroxene Fusion. This is a Gem Knight card. Yeah. Phantom Knight Fogblade is actually pretty good, though. This is an effect negator. Can't attack either. The biggest problem with Fogblade... Now that I think about it, don't I have a Torn Scale from, like, the very first deck that we built? The problem with Fogblade is that it has this very weird reciprocal effect where not only can the monster not attack, but also monsters cannot target that monster for attacks. So it gets into this weird situation where this is good, but then how do I kill the monster that I equip to this? I could use this defensively on my own monsters so that they can't die by, or they can't be targeted for attacks. That's a weird one. Okay, what's the last one? Virtual World. I don't know. It's a normal summon without tribute, but it's only 1,200. I don't think she's good enough. All right, what do we get for the Ultra Rare? Crimson Shadow Armor Ninja. We're just getting all the prog cards, it seems like. That's an okay card, though. We don't really have many 5s, but if we ever do have a rank 5 focus deck, we have this, and we also have Leo Arms, strangely enough. Interesting Master Pack. There's a lot here that we could possibly work with. Okay, that's cool. Let's go ahead and get into the Legacy Pack now. We only got one, I believe, from that game. Elemental Hero Flash. That card's not very good. Gemini counter. We're not playing Geminis. Okay. That sucks. Nothing there. But we did get a lot in our Master Pack. So let's go to building. You guys don't know the amount of restraint that I had to have to not play Kaloot. It's very tempting, but at the end of the day, it just doesn't make sense. Now, if we get either more copies of Shura or more copies of other decent Blackwing bodies, I will probably put Kaloot in because then Kaloot has more targets. Kaloot's stats aren't the worst either. So it's like, it's acceptable that it could be a body as well as being a discard to get over large things. But I'll see how things go. In any case, we're almost at the point where we're no longer playing 1,600 attack point monsters. We're actually down now to Rigorous Reaver being the only one. We had to make space somewhere, and so we ended up cutting stuff like Nefarious Archfiend Eater. We got rid of Shadal Hound. We got rid of Ganeshia. They're all incidentally like okay cards in the right circumstances, but I think I just want to have solid bodies as often as possible. I'm still not sure about the Calculator. This card has been kind of iffy, and I feel like I wish this was just like a standard card that just had good stats instead of sometimes this thing being insane. It might be win more. I'm not 100% sure yet. Jumbo Drill's another one that I feel like could potentially be iffy because it has to go to defense. So I could always swap these out, but we put in the Sword of Solitary Poison as well as the Phantom Knight's Trap. This, I figure, can buy us time to get into some of our other cards. And then the sword is actually just removal if we just only have one monster. Now, it's sort of counterintuitive, but the nice thing is that I believe this card will go to the grave if we want to get super aggressive by summoning more monsters. It doesn't kill off the monster or anything. So I think this is actually an okay card to run. And now we're slowly getting to the point where we can integrate spells and traps into our deck. So that we have combinations of things to do more than just summon a monster or set a monster. So I think that's just going to be the way that the deck starts to shift as we start to actually get those cards. But let's see how these changes do. Very removal heavy hand we've got. Okay. I think I just got to run out the Scorpio. If Ambusher sticks, then I'm not going to be able to summon Scorpio. I have to go for it. Okay. No way this is connecting. 3 back row, no chance. I stand corrected. funny that this card is actually somewhat playable against us, where for the longest time, these cards did nothing. On the plus side, that means they can't Dust Tornado, Pillow, or Fairy Meteor Crush. Depending on how bad their hand is, that could be good. Hey, that's my card! Wait, that's insane! We could just normal it again! Oh my god! Do we have a fellow Masochist of our own? They're on Leogun! Oh my god, this might be a Masochist versus Masochist battle! I guess we'll find out. Oh, please tell me that's what this is. The fact they're playing Leogun, that is the only reason I think that that's what this is. And they have our card. Man, if that's the case, where's my Dust Tornado? Can explain why they're not playing any cards. They could be bricked on tribute summons. Oh my god. This has to be what it is. This has to be. This is game if Ambusher sticks. They could have something here. They could have something here. But they don't. Okay. I have to look at their deck. I have to see. I'm convinced that's what we just played against. Silver 3, fellow Masochist, if that was you, congratulations for getting to silver with that. But let's see what your deck looks like. I shouldn't say anything. Oh, I forgot to save it. No! Oh man, how could I forget to save it? I forgot. I'm so used to Dueling Book where you have to, where you can just watch everything that it just saves it for you. I forget you have to actually save the replay. That's so depressing. All right, well. In any case, fellow Masochist, best of luck out there. I'm rooting for you regardless. Let's open a Master Pack. Let's see what we got. Summoner's Art, while it may not be useful to us right now, is not a bad card by any means. So I'll take that for like something later. Algiady 1600. You know what's insane is that we actually have Pollux. So we could summon that, but we're kind of past the point of 1600s being good unless they have synergy. It is a spellcaster, so I guess we have that synergy, but... Charming Resort Staff. I don't think this card is good. It'd be good if we had Super Agent. Disciples of the True Draco Phoenix is only good if we had True Draco stuff. Unfortunately, this is like kind of good if we could get it to Grave, because then it pops spells and traps, but we can't do that. Mist Archfiend. This is interesting. So this is essentially like a Goki Rescorpio. Oh no, you have to destroy this card. But there is an argument to say that this is essentially like an exiled force, right? You normal summon it, you have to go to your battle phase. You can kill something, and then during the end phase, you destroy it and then take 1,000 damage. But it's exiled force with a lot of attack points. So if they're low and we just have to get in damage, I think we play this. I think this is good enough. It's like I said, it's like a bad exiled force. That's kind of like the way I'm comparing this in my mind. I think this is playable though. I think this card's okay. I've never seen this card in my life. Not useful to us. That card's not useful to us. I guarantee your Ursarctic Radiation is not going to do anything. Yes, we're not playing Ursarctics. Okay, so interesting. So Algiady, we're starting to get some Constellar cards. Summoner's Art as a card later, potentially. Mist Archfiend, though. I think Mist Archfiend's going to make the cut. Let's see our Legacy Pack. Maybe we get a little bit of help from this as well. Token Sunday is not going to help us. Neither is Ravenous Crocodragon Archithes, although this is a generic synchro, so we're starting to get some generic things that we can make, so that's not the worst. So it's the end of an era. I think we are now at the point where we have to say goodbye to Hazy Flame Manticore. I'm open to bringing the Manticore back, but I think it's time. I think we need to trim down on some of our worst tribute monsters. He's a fine card, don't get me wrong, but we have things now that take its place. We have things that we can normal summon like Rescorpio that are bigger than it. We have things that We can tribute summon that are just objectively better than it, and we have removal that sort of kind of fills the void that that card was supposed to use. So we threw in the Mist Archfiend. As I said before, it's just kind of a bad exiled force that has attack points. If anyone played Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day and knows like Majestic Mech Oka, that's essentially what this is. And honestly, I think that's probably good enough for our deck. That card was good enough to be played in Constructed back in the day, and that's sort of like, you would play that card in Sealed, and that's kind of what we're doing at this point. So we're going to play it, we're going to save it, and let's see how it goes. Honestly, this hand kind of rocks. We've got a giant special summon, 2 good normal summons, an equip spell that makes our normal summons giant, potentially, and then a card that can stop our opponent from potentially killing us. That's kind of what we want to see. Best case scenario here, they like summon something, and like that's it, and then we go like MK3 and start just getting in. Oh my god, it's another self-DK deck! Man, I kind of wanted to play a game with this hand. I wanted to see how this was going to go. Like, this is kind of a sick hand. I guess I shouldn't complain. I get another pack, but, like, kind of want to play some Yu-Gi-Oh! Too, you know? There's a world where we go, like, MK3, Solitary Sword of Poison, which, thematically, I don't know how this makes sense. And then this thing becomes 5,400 attack. Congratulations. Well, just like that, we're back in the shop and we get ourselves another pack. I like how Silver 5 was apparently the hell tier, and now we just seem to be hitting nothing but self-DK decks. All right. Power Up Adapter. Morphtronic. All right. Can't really play that. Sylvan Cherub Sprout. That card's not very good. That is a fusion monster. Light Art Hijidi. Banished Monster. That's not really going to be too useful. Glacial Beast, Iceberg Narwhal. I guess it's kind of generic, but we can't really do much with it. Arcana Force 14 Temperance. I think we have better tributes. Okay, but we got 2 higher rarity things here. Shapeshifter. I guess it's a tuner, which is kind of interesting. It's like a generic tuner that we could play in any deck if we want to summon something from the extra deck. It's level 2, though. Interesting. I guess it's a monster that we can special summon. At the very least, it's a monster we can special summon to tribute for something. So in that case, it's like better than Quick Draw Synchron. But Quick Draw Synchron's better because we can do it proactively. We don't have to wait a turn. Huh. Bujinki Crane's like fine. The problem is we don't really have other Bujin cards, but the stats are like okay. It would have been good if we got this card a little bit further back, but it is what it is. Okay, let's see what we get in Legacy Pack Land. I think we got 2 from that one, as a matter of fact. So let's see what we get. There we go. 2 of them. Poison of the Old Man. Very fitting, because we just played a self-DK deck. What's our super? Goyo King. Very funny. It is generic, but... level 8. I should probably look to see, like, what generic synchros we have, because we have Shapeshifter. That could give us some opportunities to summon some big things. What did we get for the other pack? Mecha Phantom Beast Harleyard. I feel like... Did we play this in Sealed Showdown? This card sounds very familiar. If anything, this is just an 1800. So, like, that's probably good enough to go in the deck. Transforming Sphere. This is interesting, but I don't think it's very good. So, best card we got here is probably Harleyard. But I want to check some synchros because of Shapeshifter. So a couple new inclusions in the deck. I put the Harleyard in over the Jumbo Drill. Jumbo Drill's, I feel like a bit of a liability, the fact it can switch to defense, and this just gives us an 1800 that sticks. So I think it's probably just better to swap that out. Yeah, I could have taken out like a 1700, but I'd rather have a good 18 over the 18 that can just die easily. And I ended up putting Shapeshifter in. So I looked at my synchros. I'm actually playing every synchro monster I have available to me in the extra deck that we've pulled. And Some interesting developments. First of all, I didn't realize Rocket Caliber is actually a tuner, which is kind of cool because Goyo King is a level 8 generic synchro, which means with any of our 4s, Rocket Caliber can go into this, and now all of a sudden, we have a gigantic fucker that we can summon from the extra deck, which is pretty cool. But Shape Sister also allows us to do some neat things. We do have some level 3s like Gladius, for instance. Gladius can take a few hits. Then if we summon Shape Sister, that's a level 5. We can go into High Speedroid Kendama, which not only has piercing, it has the ability to re-special summon itself back to the field if you control no cards. And let's be honest, we're playing Masochist format, so that's going to be pretty likely. But it just gives us more options than we otherwise would. At the very least, we can use it as like a tribute fodder. We can use it to soak up an attack. I think there's actually a lot of versatility to this card, so I want to give her a try. I think she just incrementally makes some of our other cards better, and as we get more synchro monsters, this is going to become more and more useful because it's like a semi-generic tuner. So let's go ahead and save and see how this goes, because I'm kind of curious to see how the changes play out. Not a bad hand. Honestly, Quick Draw Synchron's looking worse and worse in these grips now. Because unless we have like a tribute summon, it's not really doing a whole lot. Oh my god. I don't know if we can beat this. I'll try, but I'm not feeling good about this. I mean, they're just going all in. You know, if it wasn't for the fact that they're probably going to search Time Pendulum Graph, I'd actually not feel too bad about this. Oh! Maybe there's a chance. Upstart off the Electromite, classic. That is fucking hilarious. Considering I have no monster effects, that is amazing. Okay. I mean, I can beat it. They added that thing to hand. They can pen summon next turn. Probably do some other bullshit. Whatever. We have to clear this thing, so let's do it. Let's go Pollux, I guess. Activate the sword. That's fucking crazy. It's so good. Appaloosa felled by Solitary Sword of Poison. Now, the problem is, if they have any way to get to purple poison, we're probably just dead. But who can say they've killed Appaloosa with a Constellar Pollux equipped? I love this series. They can also just get Time Pendulum Graph, and this sort of solves the problem for them. But the Star Pendulum Graph should get purple poison, and okay, they got Black Fang. Please tell me you are going to Dragon Pit the Solitary Sword of Poison. Please. Well, any Link monster should probably take care of Pollux here, but still funny nonetheless. Yeah, that should probably do it. Wait, its original attack is doubled. That's so funny. I actually wonder how this is gonna, oh. Unless they wanted it to die, or they forgot, I don't know. Maybe. All right, we're so dead. We're dead. I don't think we're clearing this. Unless we get, like, back to square one or something. We're probably not clearing this, but very funny. Gladius can wall up, I guess? But then they just pen summon the extra men. We're probably dead. I guess they could just bring him back. And unfortunately does not do it. Good game. That was fun. We know now that the Sword of Poison is actually insane. Didn't we play this person? Wasn't this the self-TK deck? Weren't we a lower rank? Huh? Weren't we like silver 4 when we played against this? Yeah, this is the same person. How did they go up a rank? I guess I shouldn't complain. I just can't imagine what the chances are of running into the same person in the same, not even the same bracket, but like a different bracket of the same tier. And they're on an FTK. They should have gone down. Well, they don't go down, but I'm wondering how they went up. Who did they lose to? Or rather, who did they beat? I feel like I'm losing my mind. And I know that's the purpose of the series, but well, ladies and gentlemen, if my memory is correct, that is Silver 2. After the gauntlet of Silver 5, didn't think we'd be here, if I'm being honest. All right. Get our pack. Get our upgrade, apparently. Diana the Light Spirit. This is actually pretty sick. So this is a 17 that we can special summon, but we can only special summon her. We can't also normal summon her. I don't know if that's as good now. I need to see how many lights I have. I know we have Dunabe's Dark Witch. That's 1, but I need to see how many others. That's not bad, though, because that means we can actually summon multiple things in a turn. Invoked Raijin. You know what? For when we do get Invocation, that's actually quite good. Battle Tuned. Banish a tuner. Target face-up monster you control gains attack equal to the removed monster's attack. If I had more tuners, I think this card would actually be quite playable. But I only have a few, and they're not very good. I'll have to double check, though. Sprite Double Cross, I believe, specifically deals with rank 2s or link 2s, so we're probably not going to play that. Oh, we got her! We got the 1850 Hida! Okay, that's going in 100%. That's insane. Angel... This is cute. The problem is you need both it and the level 7 monster in order to really have any payoff. And I think I'd rather just have better cards, unfortunately. I think this may have made the cut in like the first few episodes. But okay, this has been a promising pack so far. Let's see what we get as our supers. Dark Soul. I think we have a couple X-Sabers, but I don't think they're any good. We don't have any like Urbellums or anything. That'd be or Airbellums. That'd be insane. But not a terrible card. Advanced Heraldry Art. Unfortunately, this... Funny enough, we have, I think, 1 or 2 Heraldic Beasts, but we don't have any Xyz monsters or anything, so... funny enough, it doesn't have to be a Heraldic Beast Xyz. It could be anything. So, that's neat if we get shoehorned into, like, a Heraldic Beast strategy, but... Not a bad master pack, for what it's worth. We got, like, 2 decent monsters, potentially a good spell card, a good fusion for later, and, like, some interesting stuff. Let's see what we get in 3 legacy packs. All starting off pretty good. Oppressed People. Never mind. World Legacy's Heart. I think we've gotten that card before. That sucks. All right, that was a terrible pack. Kaiki, the Unity Star. I've never seen this card in my life. That's interesting. That could be, like, okay later, but I don't think it's very good right now. Wood Remains. Awful. Man, the Legacy Pack experience is real. All right, come on. Can we get one playable card? Angmar. Oh, man. Could you imagine if this was, like, Caius or Mobius or, like, any monarch that wasn't named Angmar? That sucks. It's a good body, if anything, but, like, that's not really the issue. We just see good effects now. Man, that was so close to being good. If this was a Caius or something, or even a Zaborg, I would have taken Zaborg. Star Changer. Target a face-up monster. That card's terrible. Okay. The Legacy Pack sucked, but the Master Pack was okay. So, sort of the end of an era here. I put in the Hita, but I had to take something out, and I actually ended up taking out Quick Draw Synchron. I am down to the point now where the only tribute summonable monster I am playing is Diabound. I took out the Fortune Lady, Earth, and I also took out the Manticore, and without the Quick Draw Synchron, there's not really, or without tribute monsters, there's not really a point to play Quick Draw Synchron. We don't have any of the synchros for it. And we kind of have better cards that do that now that don't really cost a card to do so. Like, we have Dino Wrestler Veillinks if we need to get a special summon for a tribute. But with only having Diabound specifically, I don't know how relevant it is anymore. We'll see if I regret it, but I feel like for the most part, I should be okay. And I think Diabound, we have a lot of ways to deal with things, and things like Manticore and Fortune Lady Earth, I feel like weren't really going to get the job done too much. So we'll see. We'll see if we keep running into that issue with some of our games. But with the way the game's been going lately, we haven't really gotten to play all that much. We've kind of just been getting free upgrades, which kind of sucks. I kind of want to play some Yu-Gi-Oh! And test some of these new cards out.